Hi, I'm Roger from EVANNEX. Today we're going to talk about the installation of our Saber spoiler, a spoiler that'll give your Model 3 an aggressive and sporty look. Let's get started. The very first thing you might want to do is conduct a dry run, just to get a feeling for where the spoiler should sit. In order to do that, you do not remove the red backing on the very high bond adhesive for the spoiler. Leave it on. We're just going to take the spoiler and place it in the appropriate location. In order to do this, we take the spoiler and line it up with the point of the Tesla T. But how do we find the center of the spoiler? Well, we mark that for you. A little grease pencil mark that you can easily wipe off at the end will allow you to take the spoiler and line it up with the center of the T. So we drop it down and line up the center of the spoiler with the T, also aligning the edge of the spoiler with the edge of your trunk hatch. Now nothing is going to stick here. The adhesive is still covered, but this just gives you a feeling for where you are and what you need to do. It's very important to recognize that once you remove the adhesive from the bottom of this spoiler, the bond is very, very strong. So you only have one chance to get this right. Because the bond is so strong, it's very important when you place the spoiler down to tilt it slightly like this, so that only the edge touches the edge of the trunk hatch to begin with. Again, we have to be sure we've aligned it properly, check the edge, and then slowly move down, being sure that the edge will hit along the entire trunk hatch run. When that's done, your spoiler is in place. This is simply a dry run, so we can pick the spoiler off with no problem. The very first step in the installation is to be absolutely certain that the trunk hatch surface is clean. The high bond works best on an ultra clean surface. No grease, no dust, no dirt. In order to do that, we take a mixture of alcohol and water, spray it on a lint-free cloth like this, and wipe down the trunk hatch surface, particularly right around and near the edge. Once that's done, we allow it to dry, and then we're ready to begin the install. We're now ready to begin the actual spoiler installation. This is after we've done a dry run. We remove the red backing on the very high bond adhesive and just pull it off on all the adhesive across the entire back of the spoiler. Once you remove the red backing, the VHB, the very high bond adhesive, is live. So at this point it'll stick to just about anything, and it will be a strong adhesion. We're now ready to install the spoiler, and we begin by aligning the center of the spoiler to the Tesla T. Let's do that. We use the grease pencil marking to align the center of the spoiler with the tip of the T. That's the dead center of the car, longitudinal center of the car. Try to stand directly in front of the T so that you get alignment right on the nose. You'll also note that I'm tilting the spoiler upwards slightly from rear to front so that it won't stick. You'll notice it touched there just slightly and it sticks strong. We now get our alignment and just touch the center. Now we're not done yet. Keeping the spoiler tilted up, we now slowly rotate it downward, being sure we align along the edge of the hatch. We do that, move down and align along the other edge of the hatch and press downward. We then take our rag and press down hard on the top of the spoiler, you're accomplishing two things here. One, you're cleaning the spoiler, but far more important, you're providing downward force which bonds the spoiler to the trunk hatch surface. The spoiler is now attached to the car, and as you can see, it's not going anywhere. The full bond for the spoiler takes approximately 24 to 72 hours. So we'd strongly recommend that you don't wash your car or get it wet during that time period.